Check her out. She's looking so good. It's a long process. I know all you have projects, and it's a long process getting them like exactly where you want them. And that's all I'm doing right now. Like, she's turboed, she's low, she looks good, but she still needs stuff. She needs paint, she needs some interior work. There's some other stuff that I want to do, but today what we're doing is we're taking the bolts that I put in right here. Well, I'll say bolts, they're self-tapping screws. I put these self-tapping screws in those flares to hold them on, but I don't know, they look kind of janky. So what I'm doing today is riv-nuts. Riv-nut tool. Let's see, where are the riv-nuts? They're over here. Riv-nuts right here. Boom. Got a bunch of riv-nuts off Amazon. Got some little pretty things. I don't know, little pretty washers, beauty washers, whatever you want to call them. And I got some 6mm bolts that are Allen head and countersunk, so they'll fit in here like nice and flush. So that's what we're doing today. That's what we're doing. Over the next few videos, I'm going to probably try to get my carpet squared away, try to get my shifter boot squared away. Look how it's all crazy. It's all like in there all weird and janky and stuff. Not cool. Anyways, I'm going to try to do some finishing up stuff, and then I'm going to do a video where maybe me and Ronnie tape this thing off and prep it and finally paint it, because it definitely needs paint, like more than anything. I think paint will like completely transform this thing. All right, I don't know who's used this thing before, but it's really easy to set up. This kit comes with a bunch of different sizes. You have to take this silver piece off first, and it's reverse threaded, so instead of lefty loosey, it's righty loosey. The center part that the rib nut actually screws onto right here is also righty loosey. So when you go to take this out, you'll turn it to the right to get it out, and then you'll take the correct size, screw it in there, and it'll be lefty tighty. You'll put this back on lefty tighty, and then once you get it like this, you'll put your rib nut on here like this. I've never done this before, so I don't know how far you have to thread it on or what, but I'm just gonna like give it a shot and see what happens. I've been practicing on a few and squashing them, and some of them it's squashed kind of even, and then some of them it's squashed kind of uneven. So I don't know how that's gonna work, but you can see, I'll show you right here. When you get it on there and you go to squeeze it, it squashes the little, this knurled part right here, and it just squashes like that, and it squeezes it'll squeeze the body panel between those two things right there. I don't know how tight it's supposed to stay, and like I said, this is new to me, so we'll see what happens. So here's a weird, annoying thing. I'm trying to look online to see what size drill bit I need for these 6mm rib nuts. I can't find the size drill bit, but I'm sure if I kept looking, I could probably find it, but I'm not going to spend like half an hour looking that crap up. I'm going to guesstimate. I'm going to just hold the bit up to the thing of the rib nut, and I'm going to drill a hole and see if it fits. And if it fits, then it'll work. I'm just going to make sure it fits snug. I think I'm going to have to, I don't have a ton of drill bits. Like, I don't have like drill bits in increments of like 30 seconds or 64ths. So I'm probably going to get the closest small one and drill it and see how close the rib nut fits, and then kind of like waller it out a little bit and see if that works. All right, so I drilled my first hole, and the rib nut is like just too big to fit in there, like barely too big. It's like real close. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take that same drill bit and just waller it out like this, and just a little tiny tad, and see if I can get this thing to slip in there so it fits tight. And remember, here at the Local Losers, we're not exactly about doing things the right way. I got it to stick in there, but it doesn't really want to go in. And the rib nut's kind of tapered, so I think I'm gonna have to do a little more work to get it to actually go in there the right way. All right, everybody cross your fingers, because I don't know what's gonna happen. Put this in here, I'll squash it. Please work. You have to squeeze the bejesus out of this thing. When you're done, I think you spin this and it just like threads out. Dang, maybe you, oh yeah, there we go. You have to squeeze this and then thread this out. It seems to be in there pretty solid. I think 3/8 might be the move, might be the go-to. That's in there real good. My goodness, look at that. Dang, no movement. I can't feel that on the backside. So yeah, 3/8 is gonna be the move. I'm gonna get these knocked out like super fast. I've got one here that's right on the edge of the lip here, so I'm gonna try to be real careful with that one. Dude, that went super quick and it was crazy easy. I mean, the hardest part was figuring out what size bit to use, but once I did, holy moly, look at this. Look how nice and finished that is. Super nice. Now I'll come over here and get one of these like beauty washer things and a bolt. And once I get the flare on here, I just thread this in like this. Dude, that's gonna look so good. Look at that. Boom. Purdy. Nice, right? Matches and everything. JDM Speed. It's one of those like cheap Chinese things, I think. That's okay. It'll look better. I think I'm gonna paint these bolts black. I'm gonna get it all on first today for the video, but I think I'm gonna paint those bolts black and then put them back in. I think they'll look better. I need to drill out the holes in my flares also. Didn't think of that. All right, so here it is, the finished product. Check it out. It looks better than the screws that were in there, definitely. One issue is that the rivnuts, since they stand away from the body, they have like a little flange on them and it stands away from the body a little bit. You don't get this real closeness that you had when you used the self-tapping screw. With the self-tapping screws, I think this whole thing was kind of against the body, and now the rivnuts are kind of holding it away from the body. Like there's a gap right, that's not the ground, that's a reflection right there. It's not holding it away that far. But yeah, it definitely doesn't fit as well as it did. I'm not sure what the solution is, honestly. Maybe to cut the flare, and this might be a lot of work, but I could drill out the flare with a bigger bit so that the flare actually sits around the rivnut, and this thing tightens up against the rivnut, and the beauty washer is what's holding the flare on. I don't know. Maybe I'll try that. But for now, it's sun's going down, and I gotta go eat dinner. But that's it. I think they look good. They match. You know, the red matches the red more or less. It looks better than the screws that were on there. Let me know in the comments. Do you like this? Do you not like this? We say this all the time. Like, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet and you're watching our videos, you're missing out. You're missing out on every other video that we put out. It's all kinds of content. So just subscribe, you know, you want to. Buy our stickers, buy our shirts, rep the local losers. Come down to Sierra Vista, hang out with us, work on trucks with us or whatever. Anyway, we'll see y'all later.